That shit a week beforehand getting the stuff, that's for the birds.
Oh yeah. That ain't.
You want everything done, comfortable.
Alright, so we had a day at the range today with the 6.5 Creedmoor, and this is going to be a quick reloading video. Maybe not so quick, just going to show y'all what I like to do. Don't know if it's right, but it's what I like to do. So here we go. This is a pile of 6.5 Creedmoor brass that I fired today. And we are fixing to anneal it first off. So I'm going to get this all set up and we'll get the camera rolling. Here we are back. I've had this thing tumbling for about 4 or 5 hours, and we're going to go ahead and get these out now. Go ahead and kill this to shut the noise down. I know there's a lot of people that use like a sifter or things like that. I just kind of do it by hand. Just going to put them in this bucket for now, this bowl. I'm not really worried about media right now. I'm just gonna get them all in here, and then I'm gonna dump the media out of all of them, and I'll dump it back in the tumbler. I think this might be all of them. Go ahead and set the top back on this so I don't lose any of these washers and wing nuts. Set that over there out the way. Couple of these, and we'll have a seat. And see where I'm at. So then it's the highly technical part of, I just bang these together. There should be 100 of them. These L.E. Wilson bullet holders hold 55 each, so I can make sure that I've got all of them out of there, even though I feel like I do. If I just bang on them a little bit like that, I can get all the media out. Dryer sheets in my bowl. I used to deprime them first, but I found that it didn't really clean the primer pockets very well, the tumbling, and then all the tumbler media got jammed up in the primer pockets, and you had to like dig it out with like a dental pick. And then I still had to clean the primer pockets. So I do all this with the primers in. Okay, so that's all of them. I'm just going to dump this media back in here and get this thing out the way. Alright, and you should be able to see that is some nice shiny soldiers right there. So now the job is going to be to size them. This is a RCBS turret press. This is my sizing die. And just to let y'all see, I have taken the neck sizing ball off of there and just use this to size and deprime. And I will use this die here, or actually it's this die over here, to size. I know people use a spray lube. I've gotten to where I use this. I think it lasts longer than the spray lube, and I find that after a while I get enough on my fingers. So I'm going to use this headspace comparator here and measure a piece of fired brass. So I'll put it in there. And then I'm going to zero it. And I want to check the setback after I size this. Oops, I forgot to put my primer catcher down. So I feel like I'm setting the shoulders back just a tad too much. So I'm going to change that. So that's what I'm looking back, to set the shoulders back. So that's what I'm looking for. I try to set the shoulders back 2 thousandths. round in your rifle, the brass fire forms to the inside of your rifle. It grows and it fits that space. So then you want to set the shoulders back 2/1000ths for head spacing. And by adjusting how far this pushes the shoulders back, you can get it to 2/1000ths. And you saw the first one I did was a little far back. I'm still going to shoot that one, but sometimes it takes 2 or 3 to get it perfect, but by the time you get to the second one, you're usually getting close to the 2/1000ths anyway. I just happened to nail that one on the first try. Alright, so now we've got them all sized up. We have to mandrel the neck to get it to the proper size. This is graphite powder, and graphite powder makes a horrible freaking mess, so be careful with it. About every third one or so, I dip the neck in and run it right up there, and it sizes the neck. So when you keep the ball on the size and die, it goes in a fired case, and then the neck is squeezed down, and then the neck is resized as the ball is pulled out, which when you pull it out, it can cause the brass to stretch. When you take the ball off and use a mandrel, I am driving the mandrel in, and it doesn't stretch the brass. And it's supposed to be better for the life of your brass. Last one. So all these guys are sized. I'm just going to wipe off a few of them that got a little extra graphite on them. Make me a little space. And now it's time to clean primer pockets. I don't get a ton. I don't know if you can see that primer pocket. It's just kind of black. I just give it a quick whirl like that, and if you can see, it looks a lot better. Alright, so I used to use this guy to trim and do all my case prep, but I have moved on for that and really only use it for primer pockets now, because now we have the RCBS. And I've already got the trimmer head set up for exactly where I want it from the last time I did this. And I'm looking for about a 1.91. And this is showing 1.92. .91, 1.9105. I'm good with that. That is 100 pieces. That is 100 pieces of brass, all ready to go, prepped. All it needs is primers, powder, and bullets, and we'll get to that here shortly. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and do some priming. We're going to use these Gold Medal Match large rifle primers. Over here on this press, I have a couple of priming dies, a bullet puller, and a decapping die. We are going to be using this Duraco priming die right here. So you put this little base in here, and you put your case to be primed there. Pull this down, and if you can see in the middle, it pushes that ram up to prime it. I have to get this. And these guys here, crazy good. You dump the primers in there, this thing's ribbed, you can kind of shake it around, they'll all flip over the same way. These that are sitting upright. And then all the rest of them that way. Put the lid on it, flip it over, bam. And we'll just run through here and get as many as this will hold. I think that's it. And we put it in here, pull the pin, put that right there for safekeeping, push it in, go right there. Perfectly primed. This one has a micrometer on the bottom, so you can really they're all primed. So now it's powder time. So I'm going to be loading these with Vitavori N55. So we're going to pour some in here. I'll just go with about yay much. And I'm going to load a little bit of a ladder pattern here just to try some different powders to see, some different charge weights to see how they group. Oh wait, don't get ahead of yourself. So the first thing we're going to do is calibrate it. Hit calibrate, 0, calibrate, 50, calibrate, 100, then put the tray back on. The weight of the tray, 0 it out. I'm going to start with 43.8. We will be loading these with Burger Long Range Hybrid targets. Over here, so while that's doing, I want to try to get this set to a depth of 2.95 overall length. I'm going to back this way out. I'm going to slap this guy in there. I'm going to run him down. And 0 out my calipers. Number 3. I'm looking for 2.95. Give it a little twist. 2.99. 2.98. 2.974. 2.958. So now I'm getting close. 2.956. 2.949. I'm going to leave this one the way it is, and I'm just going to back it off a touch for the next one. So now, I need to note what this is. .95. And I'll put a little tab in the start of there, and each one that changes, I'll put a new piece of paper in front of. .8. Let's measure this one. .95. Can you see that? 2.95. That's what I'm looking for. Now I'm getting close to what I think maximum, where I might start seeing pressure signs. So I'm only gonna make 2 of the next 2. So here we are with a complete box, and that's going to be an enjoyable day at the range.